Michael Cohen, a name that became synonymous with the inner workings of the Trump empire. For years he was the ultimate Trump insider. Fiercely loyal, Cohen was more than just a lawyer. He was a confidant, a fixer, and a gatekeeper to the world of Donald Trump. His presence was felt at every major Trump event, always by the side of the man he served so diligently. Completely trusted. Mr. Trump's pit bull, some called him. Cohen's role was not just legal, but deeply personal. He handled sensitive matters, often operating in the shadows to protect Trump's interests. The media frequently highlighted his unwavering dedication, painting a picture of a man who would go to any lengths for his boss. Cohen's law office was a revolving door of Trump world figures, celebrities, business associates, politicians. It was a hub of activity where deals were made and problems were solved. Cohen's influence extended far beyond legal advice. He was a power broker, connecting influential people and making things happen. If you needed something fixed, Cohen was the man to see. His reputation as a fixer was well-earned, dealing with everything from business disputes to personal scandals. He was the go-to person for resolving issues discreetly and effectively, ensuring that Trump's image remained untarnished. His relationship with Trump ran deep. He boasted he'd take a bullet for the future president. This wasn't just hyperbole, it was a testament to the bond they shared. Cohen's loyalty was absolute, and he often spoke publicly about his commitment to Trump, reinforcing his role as a key player in the Trump organization. He seemed untouchable, operating in Trump's orbit of power. Cohen's access to Trump and his inner circle gave him a sense of invincibility. He moved through exclusive meetings and luxurious settings with confidence, knowing he had the backing of one of the most powerful men in the world. But loyalty in Trump's world is a one-way street. Despite his unwavering dedication, Cohen would soon find himself on the outside looking in. The very loyalty that had defined his career would become his downfall, as the dynamics of power shifted and he became a liability. And Michael Cohen was about to learn that lesson the hard way. His fall from grace was swift and public, a stark contrast to the power and influence he once wielded. The man who had been at the center of Trump's world was now facing the consequences of his actions, a cautionary tale of loyalty and betrayal in the high-stakes world of politics and business. The year 2018 brought a reckoning for Michael Cohen. Once a trusted lawyer and fixer for Donald Trump, Cohen found himself at the center of a legal storm that would change his life forever. The FBI raided his office and residences, seizing mountains of documents. It was a dramatic turn of events that left the public and media in a frenzy, speculating about the potential fallout. The charges: tax evasion, bank fraud, campaign finance violations. Each charge carried significant weight, painting a picture of a man deeply entangled in financial misconduct. Suddenly, the fixer was in need of fixing himself. The stress was palpable as Cohen navigated the legal labyrinth, his once powerful connections now seemingly distant. His world crumbled as he faced the prospect of years in prison. The man who once wielded significant influence was now grappling with the harsh reality of his actions. Cohen pleaded guilty to all charges. His courtroom appearances were a stark contrast to his previous life, filled with power and privilege. He admitted to making hush money payments to women alleging affairs with Trump at the direction of his former boss. This revelation added another layer of complexity to the already convoluted legal saga. The walls were closing in, and Cohen was singing like a canary. His cooperation with authorities marked a significant shift, as he provided valuable information in hopes of reducing his sentence. The once formidable fixer was now a key witness, his testimony shedding light on the inner workings of Trump's circle. Cohen's guilty plea sent shockwaves through Washington. He didn't just accept responsibility for his actions, he directly implicated Donald Trump in criminal activity. He testified before Congress, calling Trump a con man and a cheat. He provided evidence that Trump knew about the hush money payments, directly contradicting the president's denials. Cohen's testimony was explosive. It painted a picture of Trump as someone willing to break the law to protect his image. The fixer had become the whistleblower, turning on the man he once vowed to protect. Cohen's case ignited a firestorm of debate. Was he a victim of political payback, a political prisoner, silenced for daring to challenge the president? The term political prisoner is loaded. It conjures images of authoritarian regimes, where dissent is crushed and opponents are jailed on trumped-up charges. But can a democracy like America, with its independent judiciary, have political prisoners? The question is complex, with no easy answers. Section 5, Unequal Justice, comparing Cohen's sentence. Cohen was sentenced to 3 years in prison. A serious sentence, but one that fell within the guidelines for his crimes. However, critics pointed to other cases involving similar charges where the defendants received lighter sentences. Some even avoided jail time altogether. The disparity raised questions about whether Cohen's punishment fit the crime, or if he was being made an example of. Was his association with Trump a factor in his sentencing? Section 6. A case of retaliation? Cohen's perspective. Cohen himself has been unequivocal. He believes he was targeted for political reasons. He claims his prosecution was a direct result of his decision to cooperate with investigators and testify against Trump. He argues that others who committed similar crimes but weren't connected to Trump received more lenient treatment. He sees himself as a casualty of a vengeful president, punished for breaking ranks. Section 7, The Chilling Effect, Eroding Trust in Justice. Whether or not you believe Cohen's claims, his case raises troubling questions about the rule of law in America. If someone can be targeted for prosecution based on their political affiliations, it undermines the very foundation of our justice system. It creates a chilling effect, discouraging others from coming forward with information about wrongdoing. Why risk your own freedom if speaking truth to power will land you in jail? Section 8. A dangerous precedent, the specter of political prisoners. The idea of political prisoners in America is unsettling. It strikes at the heart of our democratic values. Yet Cohen's case, and others like it, force us to confront this uncomfortable possibility. If we allow the justice system to be used as a weapon against political opponents, we risk sliding down a slippery slope. It sets a dangerous precedent, eroding trust in our institutions and paving the way for authoritarianism. Section 9. You be the judge, was justice served? So was Michael Cohen a political prisoner unjustly targeted for his defiance of Donald Trump? This question has sparked intense debate across the nation. On one hand, some argue that Cohen's prosecution was politically motivated, a way to silence a critic of the former president. They point to the timing of the charges and the nature of the investigation as evidence of a vendetta. On the other hand, others believe that Cohen was a criminal who deserved to be punished for his actions. They argue that his crimes, which included tax evasion, bank fraud, and campaign finance violations, were serious offenses that warranted legal consequences. Regardless of his political connections, they say, justice was served. The evidence in Cohen's case is complex and multifaceted, open to interpretation. Legal experts have pored over the documents, dissecting every piece of evidence presented in court. Some see a clear pattern of criminal behavior, while others see a man caught in the crossfire of a politically charged environment. There's no easy answer, no smoking gun that definitively proves one side right over the other. The legal system is designed to be impartial, but in cases like this, the lines can become blurred. The public's perception of justice can be influenced by media coverage, personal biases, and political affiliations. Ultimately, it's up to each of us to examine the facts, weigh the arguments, and reach our own conclusions. We must look beyond the headlines and soundbites, delving into the details of the case to form an informed opinion. This requires critical thinking and a willingness to consider multiple perspectives. One thing is certain: Cohen's case is a stark reminder that the integrity of our justice system is paramount. It highlights the importance of due process and the need for transparency in legal proceedings. The justice system must be fair and impartial, ensuring that everyone, regardless of their status or connections, is held accountable under the law. It must be a shield that protects the innocent, not a sword wielded against political enemies. As we reflect on Cohen's case, we are reminded of the delicate balance that must be maintained in our pursuit of justice. The principles of fairness, equality, and impartiality must guide our legal system, ensuring that it serves the best interests of society as a whole.